up, everybody? Welcome to Shinjuku, the most basic of basic when it comes to touristy things to do in Tokyo. But despite saying that, I actually love being here in Shinjuku. I don't know, man, just the neon lights, drunk people everywhere, and whatever stuff you can do. It just, it just screams welcome to me, and I feel like it's always just gonna be a fun time no matter where you end up in Shinjuku. It's always great. I mean, you can see a couple right now taking a selfie. I mean, it's great for everyone, for drunkards, for couples, for family. Shinjuku is just a place for I was gonna say a place for everyone, but to be honest, it's not. I guess the drunkenness and overcrowdedness, especially on weekends, is gonna be something not a lot of people are gonna love. But yeah, this is Shinjuku on a Friday night. So you are going to see how busy it can be. Right now, we are at the southeast side of Shinjuku Station. And I wanted to start here and then end the video towards everyone's favorite, Godzilla Head or Kabukicho. It's a nice place to look at. But another reason why I wanted to start here is because this is actually a very, very pivotal point or central hub in terms of transportation for around Tokyo and outside of Tokyo. So on the right now, we have Shinjuku Station for all the trains, the Shinkansen and everything else. And on the left, we have Shinjuku Station, but for the buses. So you can take buses to almost a lot of places in Japan. You can go to Osaka from here, you can go to Kyoto from here, you can go to Disneyland from here. Actually, you know what? Piece of trivia. Tokyo Disneyland is not even in Tokyo, it's in Chiba, the neighboring prefecture. I mean, not a big deal. I guess, nobody would go to Chiba Disneyland. Everyone's gonna go to Tokyo Disneyland. But we're gonna get towards this area because I wanted to show you this part of Shinjuku. And here, as I mentioned, this is the entrance of Shinjuku, one of the many entrances of Shinjuku Station. And on the topic of Shinjuku Station, no matter who you are, if you're a local, oh my god, I'm just seeing, I got distracted because on the floor there's a page of porn. I just saw porn on the floor. It was free. Amazing. Oh my god, don't look down, there's porn. I'm gonna censor that. Oh my god. Man, there's 2-3 minutes into the video and we saw porn already in Shinjuku. See, this is why I told you. Shinjuku is not for everyone. But right, when it comes to Shinjuku Station, as I was trying to say before I got distracted by pictures of naked women, no matter who you are, if you're a local, if you're a tourist, you are absolutely going to get lost in Shinjuku Station at least once in your life. It's a very confusing station. It's basically a maze within a maze. But it's fun. I mean, that's part of the experience. All right. So I don't know the name. Actually, you know what? Can my wife read this? Can you read the name of our street right now? All right, we're in Shinjuku Musashi something. Again, this is basically still the southeast side of Shinjuku Station. Here, and this is Taito. All right, we're in Musashi no Shinjuku, whatever. This is Taito. It is a chained game center. You can find this in a lot of the major areas. It's pretty good. If you watch the previous video, I like this, similar to round one, because it's still 100 yen per game of the crane games, which is really good. Unlike Gigo, which is 200. I mean, in terms of vibes, Gigo's still the best, but in terms of, cost, Taito and the like are gonna be good. Now behind us is one of the many, I think this is like one of the 3 or one of the 4 Don Quixotes that you can find here in Shinjuku. It's great for tourists, great for locals also, because you can find almost anything. Like fun fact, just a quick story. In this branch was my first time to see the R18 area of a Don Quixote. Fun times. But here, This is Shinjuku, and this is what Shinjuku is all about. A lot of people smoking down the streets, even though if there are countless signs of no smoking while you're walking, and yet right now in my peripheral, I can see like what, 10, 15 people smoking, and it smells like a smoking area. Yeah, but you know, that's Shinjuku. That's Shinjuku for you. And what, we've just been in this place for like what, 100, 200 meters, and we've passed by like what, 50 bars. Left and right, you are gonna find some form of izakaya. It's just really up to you. I mean, they're all, I'm pretty sure they're all good. You're gonna be, if they're gonna be positioned in the middle of Shinjuku, they're probably gonna be really good. Oh, this is sad. This loteria, this is where my wife and I ate before, but apparently it's gonna be closed. And at the left, you know, let's take a quick stop here. This is the east side of Shinjuku Station. It's, again, if you are somebody who's gonna be traveling in Tokyo, you are gonna find yourself in the station a lot. But as we carefully cross the street, we're crossing in the pedestrian lane. We're good residents of Tokyo. But another reason why I wanted to pass by this specific place, this specific road, is because this bar right here, this is Yebisu Bar. By far, my favorite brand of Japanese beer, Yebisu. And Yebisu Bar, they have a good number of branches, not a lot unfortunately, but Yebisu Bar is amazing in the sense that they have a lot of different variants of Yebisu beer. But if you were to visit here in Japan or Tokyo or anywhere in Japan, you can probably find it. I would highly recommend that you try just the regular Yebisu, because there are many variants of Yebisu beer. There's the dark flavor, there's a fruity flavor, but just so that you can get the basic taste of Yebisu, get the base, I was gonna say the default flavor, but the regular flavor. I've suggested that to so many people already, people who have never tried Yebisu, and each time they've really said that it's now their favorite brand of Japanese beer. It's absolutely beautiful. Oh, there. So again, we were at Shinjuku Musashino Street, probably Musashino Dori. And as we exit this street, we're gonna go to another tourist attraction. Of course, I mean, as I'm gonna talk a bit down on it, I don't wanna seem so negative because, of course, I've been to Tokyo for a lot of times already. I've lived in Tokyo for almost a year already. I've gotten kind of sick of it, but I understand that for tourists, it can be quite entertaining. So if you're a tourist, by all means, go ahead. But in a few blocks, we're gonna see everyone's favorite, the cat billboard. And oh my God, even though if it's a cute ass cat, the amount of people that just gather around this cat, I'm not sure if we can even safely catch video there or record a video there. But again, oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I know as you guys are watching this, it's gonna be really late, but as we're recording this, I just wanna greet everyone a happy Valentine's Day. Hopefully none of you guys are celebrating it alone. If you guys are celebrating it alone, hopefully this video can comfort you. I don't know how, I just wanted to say that. But all right, oh, we're nearing it. I can hear the cat meowing. Oh, but we can just look at this spot again. Oh, here, this is ABC Mart. I mentioned this in the previous video, but it's worth mentioning again. And if you really are gonna buy new shoes in Japan, this is probably one of the best places to go to. Prices are pretty good. Variety is pretty good. Customer service is good. And if you go to this branch, their English is better than most branches. I'm not gonna say that their English is good. I'm just saying that their English is better than most branches. So worth checking out. Now let's proceed back towards everyone's favorite cat. And another thing that I'm not such of a big fan of is that right where you are gonna be while viewing this cat is where the smoking area is. And of course, not everyone stays inside the smoking area. So while you're watching a cat, you'll be having a lot of secondhand smoke. So if you're into that, you're in for a treat. Oh, here's big camera. It's a great place to go shopping for electronics, but again, Shinjuku's not really, even though if you can probably find it here, Shinjuku's not the place for electronics. I'd recommend going to somewhere like Akihabara, or maybe even Shibuya, because they have a lot of random stuff there. And you can see it. It's getting crowded. It's getting hard to film. This is what we get for filming on a Friday night, but you know, that's what I wanted to show you guys. How the weekends look like. Here it is, here it is. It gets so busy. Oh yeah, so I've been also thinking, I mean, this is only like what, episode 2 of these type of videos. But I'm trying to think, are we gonna name it something? Because like I had a previous podcast, I called it The Food Show. Are we gonna continue that? Or since we're walking and talking, maybe we can say walkie-talkie. We'll see. Comment down below what you guys think we should name this video series, if we should even. But perfect timing. Here's the cat. It's a 3D cat. You can take a better look at it. I mean, it's cool. It meows. Sometimes it has a microphone attached to it, and it meows. Oh, and there, it peeps up its head. Cool. Perfect timing. Oh, it just meowed. What's up, bro? All right, the cat's back there on the left. So yeah, I mean, it's a cat on a billboard. If you're into that, that's Shinjuku for you. But yeah, as I mentioned, you can see now in the background, we have big camera on the left, and then we have Yodobashi on the right. Both the biggest brands when it comes to electronic stores. Think of it as like a Best Buy. Like it's the Best Buy of Japan. Pretty good. Like price-wise, they're pretty much the same. Like if you're gonna ask me what's more, what's cheaper or what's the better branch, they're honestly exactly the same. I mean, of course, somebody can like say, like, oh no, but this is different. This is it. In my experience, whatever's inside big camera, you can find it also in Yodobashi. And now this is the north side of Shinjuku Station. Oh, and now let's somewhat, just semi break the law. I mean, people are crossing too, so I hope that's okay. I hope that justifies my semi jaywalking. See, I'm back on the pedestrian lane now. Safe. It is busy. You know what, before we enter this, I want to talk about something. So, let's face this area. Let's face here. This bar, like a lot of bars that you would find here in Shinjuku, I mean, especially Shinjuku and almost everywhere else that you're gonna go, we have something called otoshi. Otoshi, in English, or like a quick translation, is basically door charge, entry charge, seating fee, whatever you want to call it. And basically, you are going to be served some small side dish the moment you enter. Do not think that that's free, because that's never free. They're gonna charge you for it, and for the most part, you have no choice. You really just have to go bite the bullet and accept that it's gonna be charged. Now, how much is it gonna be? On average, it's around 250 to 600 yen. I mean, it's not the worst thing. It's just that ideally, I don't want to pay for something. I don't want to pay to enter a bar, since in the Philippines, and unlike, I'm pretty sure majority of the world, a door fee for like a simple bar, it's not even like a luxury or premium bar, it's not something that you'd want to pay for. But as I say that, there are some bars that don't go for that don't enforce an otoshi or door charge. And one of my favorites, we'll be seeing it in a bit, is Torikizoku. Torikizoku is a big ass, it's a popular chain of just an izakaya, no door fee, and the best thing that I love about that place is that everything costs 370 yen. So you can just look at the menu. The moment you see it, like they're gonna be, oh, where's the price? Where's the price? That's the thing. There is no price because everything that you see in the menu, whether that be yakitori, whether that be a beer, whether that be a highball, all of that is 370 yen. Pretty cheap in my opinion, and it's gonna be a fun time. But here we are. This is what you would see if somebody makes a basic vlog or a basic tourist photo, tourist guide photo of Shinjuku. It's gonna be this area. On the right, you're gonna see Godzilla Road, and on the left, you're gonna see that famous ass Kabukicho. What do you call this red line? A red frame, art. I don't even know what you call it. What do you call it? Pillars? That famous thing over there. Now, what's best? Should we go here, left or right? What do you think, Ben? I think, yeah, let's stick here to the right since we're already here. I just love the vibe of Shinjuku. I almost bumped somebody right now, but you know, that's the fun of it. This is Godzilla Road. And you might be wondering why it's called Godzilla Road. And I'm not so sure if the camera can pick it up right now. But on the top of that part of that building is Godzilla. Unfortunately, he's not well lit up right now. Normally he, oh, you can see his eyes. Oh, there. Okay, I think every 30 minutes an hour he has like a show, like where he, oh, his teeth. No, it's not. His claws are lighting up. Amazing. But anyway, let's go to the side a bit. I really love this street. I really love Godzilla Road, despite the fact that there's so many. I was gonna say, oh, here's a new, different Japanese word. I shared with you the otoshi. Another word is gaijin, or it's short for gaikokujin. It's basically foreigner, and I hate it. I know this is hypocritical at the most maximum level, but I hate seeing foreigners, especially hate seeing other Filipinos. But you know, it is what it is. Oh wait, you can see Godzilla. He's lit up. I told you he has a show, so I'm not so sure. It's a wide lens, so I'm not so sure if you're gonna see it. But yeah, if you do want to see it, let's go head up here to Godzilla Road. And as I just mentioned, here we go, Torikizoku, right here at the 4th floor of this building. I highly recommend it, and unusually, it's such a great thing. It's such a great bar, but for some reason, not a lot of foreigners know about it. Whenever I go there, like 99% of the time that I've been there, it's always locals. I barely see any foreigners. It's a great place, no door charge, and pretty cheap, if you ask me. And here in Torikizoku, or specifically at this part of Kabukicho, you're probably gonna find like what? I'm not even exaggerating, 5-6 branches of it. So it's always a good time. In terms of restaurants, just to talk about it here in Shinjuku, I actually don't have any recommendations. I mean, because if you're talking about Shinjuku, you're not going to be talking about fine dining. For the most part, that's not what comes to people's heads. They don't think about fine dining. They think about just drinking. And that's why. All you're going to see will be drinking and karaoke. But, you know, karaoke, drinking, that comes hand in hand. Do the same thing. Hopefully right now, we're coming to a better angle of Godzilla. Actually, you know what? Let's end the video towards this area. Let's make a quick turn. If you're a tourist, then 100% sure that you're familiar with this brand or this restaurant. This is Ichiran, one of the dozens of branches of Ichiran. This one's actually relatively new, like less than 2 years old, or maybe just a year old. Looks pretty clean. Honestly, if you were to ask me, I'm a big fan of Ichiran, but a lot of people, they're not a huge fan because they think it's so basic, especially locals. Locals think that it's very basic. Tourists love it. So I guess there's still part of me that's, still half a tourist in my heart. But I wanted to end the video here. We're gonna take a quick left here, and we're gonna see a lot of people probably taking photos. Oh, here, as I mentioned, this guy's taking a photo of this shot. This is the money shot. This is what you would see in every photo or video of Shinjuku. It's going to be this, Kabukicho. The main entrance of Kabukicho, which is very made famous also for a lot of gamers. If you know the video game Yakuza, that's gonna be there. And actually, I don't think I should have said that word out loud because I'm not even joking. There are probably a lot of them beside me right now, or within like a 10-meter radius. But all right, that is Shinjuku. Of course, this is only the surface level of Shinjuku. I haven't explored everything, to be honest. Let's make a stop right here, and you can be here. That was just the surface level of what Shinjuku has to offer to you. Again, we started at the southeast side, made up to the north side of the station, and like, what, a kilometer walk or less than a kilometer's walk? It's not even an exaggeration to say that we passed by 200-300 bars. And again, if you're a first timer in Tokyo, you'd be a fool not to go to Shinjuku. It's really the place to go to if you're a tourist, both for drinking and just for general shopping. I mean, the route that I showed you guys right now, it's all for the night scene. In the day, of course, there's a lot of malls to go for like high-end shopping or stuff like that. But the heart of Shinjuku is here in Kabukicho, and all the other parts like Musashino, great place to be. And that's Shinjuku. If you guys enjoyed this video, highly appreciate if you like and subscribe to the channel, or follow me on Instagram as well. Highly appreciate that. Comment down below where you'd want me to take you next on the next video.